you know, winning Grand Prix and everything. It's just like a very middle deck. Like it has a very kind of weird shape to the curve where it's like 8 on 4s and then has 5s. But this deck has got like Rakdos Cackler and, like you said, it can mark a Mutiny, presumably with a Falcon Wrath Aristocrat in play.
Peanut butter and jelly, those two. Two great tastes that taste great together.
I mean, I hope your opponent likes that taste. He's about to experience it firsthand.
Yep. I'm surprised that threat and effects haven't seen a little more play with all this aristocrat stuff going on. I know conscripts is a big dream, but 3 is a lot less than 5.
But you need to have the 4 in play, so curving up versus... I guess you could just...
You could still just take their Thragtusk and swing back.
That's a big game. All right, so coming to play tap land. That's a Guild Gate, right?
Yes.
Versus a Gravecrawler. More or less the optimal opener for that kind of strategy. Die!
Pillar, removed from the game.
Gravecrawler, die. Here's my I like that sequence a lot. It was a very powerful sequence.
Yep. Some pressure on the board. Don't have to worry about the Gravecrawler shenanigans. Although that angle's gotten a lot weaker now. The Knight of Infamy. That angle's got a lot weaker now that there's just fewer zombies in the zombie deck. Gravecrawler is not the monster it was 6 months ago. It's still very good.
I am still terrified of Gravecrawler.
Sure.
That card is so bad for the kind of decks that I like to play sometimes.
Yes. Just 1-for-1 you make these good trades, and Tragic Slip.
Perfectly Legos together with the 1 toughness of Knight of Infamy. Like,
and then 2 mana, we're going to have an Exalted trigger.
Wow, Jacob Kory.
Just piecing together all these little pieces of value as he goes along.
It's like he wrote a script for his draw and his opponent's draw. Like, and what do we got here? Is that a Guild Gate?
Yep.
And is that Pillar of Flame? Can he not cast it?
Yeah, he's got a mountain.
Blake Grimes in the tank.
He's got Slip too, but he can't cast the Slip.
Really?
That's fine. The Gravecrawler doesn't even matter very much. I mean, he's just going to go over the top of it with whatever.
You're taking out a 2-1 in either case. Why not? But there's actually a bonus on that card.
Yeah, there's a point. There's a bonus on Knight of Infamy too. It's an extra point.
He has like a Slip.
I don't know.
He's not going to get that option later. That's you're trading 1 point of damage for substantial upside.
All right, so Aristocrat in.
Hellkite back. Hellkite back would be sweet. And yep.
Hey, Jacob making the FTK motion towards the Aristocrat.
I think he literally wrote a script for his draw and a script for his opponent's draw.
Yes, it's pretty much perfect. No, I think a script for an opponent's draw would have involved more Guild Gates. But yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, his third drop is also a Guild Gate.
Yeah.
Blake with Searing Spear.
And a Slip. Combo.
Very respectable.
And he has a Rakdos Cackler and a Hell Rider left over in his hand.
So Jacob. Blacked out. Oh, I wonder if he can just rebuy this now. Oh, certainly we would not have wanted to use the Pillar of Flame.
Well, we would have taken like 2 more points, I think.
1 more point. There's a haste Thundermaw Hellkite.
We didn't know that at the time.
I did.
All right. Hell Rider back on D. You gotta cast the Frisky.
Ooh, that's a brave.
I like it. I'm a big fan.
I don't. I'm a scared little teddy bear. That looks like 3 against 4 when I'm down by 8. I don't know.
I like it. Blake, I like your style. Yeah, you gotta cast this thing.
That can't. Did he set it so it can block?
Yes.
It's set to defense.
Yeah. I mean, now we're definitely getting punished for not killing for not...
I mean, you could just send both with no downside now, right?
Yeah, well, we could have held the Hell Rider back, and then we wouldn't be in this bind.
Then he shouldn't have not Pillar of Flame the guy that was designed to be killed by Pillar of Flame.
We would have taken at least 1 more.
Did he not block?
No. He's hedged off.
He's on 4?
Just keep going, Blake. Don't stop.
I mean, that's...
Don't stop. We come this far. Jacob's probably on E. You get to block. chump block, and then you have a ton of draws.
Your definition of him being on E is he has enough damage in play that equals my life total.
No, but you hold back with your Rakdos Cackler. You hit with Hell Rider down to 8, assuming Jacob... Oh! Blake, I like it. Big fan. 6 more. Or sorry, 5. No, 6.
3, 4, 6, yeah. And another...
Yes! Looking...
Let's find out. I mean, he's going to block the... Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, you might as well block that thing.
Take 2.
Come on. I've really liked Blake's approach.
Rebuy, and...
Oh, boo!
How can you possibly have liked that approach? Like,
listen, I'm not
what
saying...
What is he, like 75% to die the next turn?
Listen, I'm not saying that what Blake did was necessarily 100% correct at every pass. I'm saying that he was going for it. And I'm just a big fan of... Listen, I don't know if I would have the guts to make that Hell Rider attack, but... Whatever, you know, if Jacob's got serious spear, he's probably going to lose that game anyway because his Hell Rider's going to get blown up at some point, and he needs that to hold back on D playing the other way. I didn't like not unleashing the Cackler and then not blocking. That was the one thing. It's like,
oh, I really did not like
that. I was not a huge fan of, but shoving with the Hell Rider, yeah, man, he gave himself a shot.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Jacob actually scripted those last 3 turns. Like, then he's going to not unleash with these guys, but he is going to send in the only guy big enough to block me.
Yeah, that sequence, but I like the Hell Rider attack was, I mean, it's very, very aggressive, but I like, he's behind, you know, if Jacob blanks on his draw step again, he actually just wins. So, or he has to leave his diagraph pool back to try to get out. Anyhow, Blake, in the sideboard, 4 copies of Vampire Nighthawk.
I think they're probably going to come in.
Some Victim of the Nights.
Not good.
Not good.
Not good at all.
A Tragic Slip, very good.
Pretty good, yeah.
2 more Pillars, very good. Cremate, okay. So he's got some action.
I don't think he probably has room for the Cremate, right? He has to destabilize his main deck a lot to even bring in the cards you just said.
Like no, you cut
4 Nighthawks, 4, 6 with Pillars, 7 cards in. You want to bring
8.
in 9?
8, right? Oh, sorry, 9. I mean, we can easily cut 4 copies of Knight of Infamy, 2 copies of Rakdos Cackler, and...
Rakdos Cackler, those are his late game.
And 3 copies of Diregraph Ghoul, or perhaps a Mark of Mutiny and 2 Diregraph Ghouls, or whatever. We can definitely find room.
You don't want Diregraph Ghoul, you need rebuys. You need Catalyst rebuys.
His only kills, like, it's hard to rebuy anyway. You have to keep these Diregraph Ghouls in your deck that aren't particularly good.
You keep saying that, and the dude just rebuys like nothing.
If I was in Blake's seat, he would have never gotten to rebuy. I'm just saying.
I agree, because I would have
rebuy.
Pillar of Flame the guy that rebuys.
I'm not
and taken 1 total additional point of damage.
I'm saying, like, maybe it's correct to be pillaring the Gravecaller there. I think pillaring the Knight is also defensible there, and that he could have cobbled the game in such a way that rebuy just doesn't matter.
I understand why you think that.
Yeah.
I just really disagree. You're killing a 2-1 or a 2-1. He has the ability to slip kill the other thing later, right? It can be done. I mean, granted, he sent it at a dragon. That's also...
He can't slip kill a stupid Knight of Infamy. No way. He's got too many... He's got
Jacob did.
What?
Jacob slip killed a Knight of Infamy on turn 3.
Yeah, that's a lot different. That's a lot different when Jacob's running out of action and is threatening, like, his Hell Rider Aristocrat.
Oh, yeah,
but I'm on Hellkite part of his curve.
All right, so Jacob's got similar sideboard cards. Vampire Nighthawk definitely coming in.
Yep.
I don't know if he's going to bring in Cremate.
Yeah, I don't know about Cremate in the mirror. I mean, it's harder now because, you know, like, all these decks are playing Pillar, so that covers a lot of your bases. And Searing Spear cremating a messenger is, like, not particularly good. It's fine or whatever, but it's not. You don't want to bring in sideboard cards to try to engineer the old incinerate, cremate your messenger sort of thing.
I like how you called the old.
That old chestnut.
How old could that have been?
That old chestnut.
Bonfire of the Damned's pretty good against Blake's deck, right? He's a smaller curve.
Yeah, although I think he should be shaving some of that stuff out anyway because his games just go on actually kind of long.
He probably has fewer lands, right? I mean, it'd be weird if he didn't have fewer lands.
12, 13, 24.
Why Cackle?
You gotta play Thunder. You gotta cast your Thundermaw Hellkite, man.
What do you think about Zealous Conscripts in this deck?
Not a huge fan because a lot of the creatures that you would want to conscript, you actually kind of just need to kill immediately.
Yeah, but if you have Falcon Wrath in play, take that guy, take their little Dragon.
Well,
12 of them.
If you have Aristocrat in play and they play a dragon, then your Aristocrat's probably just dead.
No, you sack a Gravecrawler that you're gonna rebuy 2 turns from now.
I like the optimism with which you view the world. I'm not an optimistic Magic player. It's like
Knight of Infamy was miscast on turn 2. Cavern was on Zombie plus Mountain. What does that mean?
he couldn't have cast his Knight.
He did though.
Yeah.
No one caught it. I mean, maybe thousands of people at home caught it. Probably punched their screens. Like, so angry. Gravecrawler. Don't worry about him. He doesn't rebuy. In for 2. And probably a pass, because there's probably no Knight of Infamy in this deck right
I would
now.
be surprised.
Nighthawk, probably. Land up. Ooh.
Here he comes.
He's going to be real sad when this eats a Searing Spear, right? Oh, Messenger.
A Searing Spear? Probably not.
No. I thought it was going to be Nighthawk. And let's see. Pillar that guy.
Jacob casting it with intent. Put the pillar on top of the messenger.
You're just like such a student of the body language.
Oh yeah. It's where most players who are good but don't win as much as good players should, a lot of it is generally body language related.
You just give away too much.
Yeah, give away too much information against people who are good.
Or don't daunt them enough, right? Like you want them playing on their heels.
Yep. I'm a body language aficionado.
Cannot block.
Wouldn't
Says
want
right
to.
there on the clock.
Can block, wouldn't want to if I could. And there's a messenger.
Ugh. That guy is so fierce.
Yes.
Can you imagine if he came into play not tapped? Like,
yeah. You know, yeah, he would be the same card with also fog your opponent's next turn attached to it.
no, they would not. Who would swing into that?
Right, exactly, it's just fog.
Like, I would never swing like a Thragtusk into that. That would stink.
Yeah.
And
Boom.
Knight of Infamy.
Keeping it real. 8 for 3.
Can Knight of Infamy choose to block here? I mean, Jacob's going to swing both of these zombies into it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what his hand's like, right? Like, what's his follow-up next turn? If he has he's on 10? Going to 5? I don't know, he's just in trouble.
Oh, he has a bonfire.
Which,
You can't. Let's see. Jacob's probably gonna make a land drop.
He's got a Cavern still left over,
a big guy. Just like lay a dragon already.
Alright, so we're blocking here. Gonna go to 6.
So, yep. 6 and a knight.
Yeah.
Hurl a card to the graveyard to take 2 more. And post-combat, another one.
Sure.
Oh my god. That card is so hard to... Look, one of them is hard to beat.
They are. Yeah, my experience is playing zombies. You know, the first time I was playing the deck, every time I drew a messenger, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. How's this even real? So, Jacob with a pretty efficient beatdown. You know, Jake,